Morning, it's Lee from Fondant and Apron Strings in the sunny Stanhope. We've got a little cake cafe here and also do design cakes. I thought because it's Easter, what time is it? It's, I'm looking at the clock, it's about 10 to 7 in the morning, and it's the Friday before Easter, and I'm just going to cover what we call our chocoholic cake here. So I just thought you might like to see this technique. It's a really easy technique to cover this in folds of chocolate. You don't need to temper the chocolate. I've got chocolate on me already. You don't need to do anything like that. I'm certainly not a chocolate master or anything like that. Just a basic, I mean, cakes are my thing, but chocolate, not so much. But I do give it a go. So I'm going to put this on, and hopefully you're going to use it and like it, and it's good for any cake. Okay. So what we have here is just a chocolate cake filled with just 3-tier chocolate cake filled with chocolate ganache and chocolate drops. As you can see, I've whipped the chocolate ganache for a long time, so it's very soft, rather than what we do for our other cakes, which is making it very firm. See, it's not preciously smooth or anything, because this particular cake is going to be covered in more chocolate, and it doesn't really matter what it looks like underneath. And actually, the bumpier the better, because it sort of gives you a little bit more texture. So here we go. So what I've done is, things you need are a marble, or piece of marble that is just literally come out the freezer, so keep that in the freezer. Some melted chocolate. We use Belgian chocolate. It doesn't have to be any particular cocoa thing. A spatula nice and thin, and I've just got a cloth because I'm really messy. So what I'm going to show you to do first is, and the idea is that you wrap it. The chocolate will set quite quickly onto the marble, hence being in the freezer, and then you wrap it around the cake. So you just get a little bit of your melted chocolate, pop it on. I'm hoping you can see this. I hope the lights. Spread it quite quickly because it is gonna set. I like to have sort of one side straightish and the other side not so straight, and you'll see why. And then get your spatula, she says, and just underneath and scrape it, and it should come off fairly quickly. And then pop that around your cake. Okay? How cool is that? So I'm just going to keep doing that until that is all covered. So I'm hoping, I'm going to change this around here so that you can see the progress. Okay, so a little bit more chocolate. Spread it on the frozen piece of marble. Okay, so it's not smooth, it's quite a rough thing. You can see that underneath, and it should just come off fairly easily. And you can have a smooth bit or the rough bit. I actually like the rough bit, which is why I was telling you, I like the sort of the look of it. And just double the edges over there and keep wrapping round. I'm going to keep doing this because I've only got one marble board, and if it warms up too much, then obviously this doesn't work. So I'm just going to keep doing this until it's all done. So see, that's a little bit softer, which is actually for me a bit better. There you go. I'm going to wrap that round. How cool is that looking? I hope you can see that. I'm not quite sure where to have the camera on the marble or on the on the cake for you to look at. Well, okay. As the marble warms up, it takes longer for the chocolate to firm up. So just it's a balance between working really quickly and too quickly. Right. Okay, so good wrap. Now I'm just going to add a little bit of chocolate to there to seal that end. Can you see there? Now I like all these bits sticking off. Now we're going to do the top. Okay, so what I'm going to do is, hence the cloth, I'm going to move this camera up to the top of the cake because I want you to see what happens with the top. Right, so all I'm doing is exactly the same thing with the chocolate on the marble, spreading it around, and this time I'm going to take it off just a little bit sooner so that it's a little bit softer, because this is what I want to show you. You can actually do that with it, so just fold it, and can you see? Sometimes if you have your marble and it gets too warm on one side, just flip it over. That sometimes helps. So again, spreading a piece. And you're going to ask, how thickly should you spread? Well, actually, it sort of all becomes clear. It sort of, it gets to a point when you're spreading that it stops spreading, and that's the thickness you go for. Okay. Again, chocolate's quite bendy. Just put it on there. And keep going. So I'm just going to whiz round on this. And you know what? If the chocolate in your bowl is gets too hot, too cold, then just melt it again. You can melt it over bain-marie. See, I'm just gonna do all that. Look at that, so cool. This is the perfect cake for Easter, which is why I'm showing you it now, because this only comes in our cake cafe in Stanhope. It starts in Easter. We start to open at Easter time Sundays all the way through to September, and bank holiday Mondays. So, but this is, see, it's quite floppy, and I'm fine with that because it means I can bend it more. I'm not looking for art, I'm just looking for yumminess. So yeah, so you can melt this in a bain-marie. Actually, we melt it, or I melt it, my chocolate always in the microwave because of time constrictions time in our cake cafe, because we really don't have enough time to use a bain-marie all the time. Depending what I'm making though, I do, but for this, but just do it in 30, if you're going to do it in the melted chocolate in the microwave, obviously a microwavable bowl, put it on for just 30 seconds at a time and mix it well. Okay, don't overheat it because you will burn it. Oh, by the way, please, can you everybody please subscribe and like my videos? I am doing these just because, you know, this is a real working cafe, and I'm only showing you videos of things that we actually do for our cakes. No bells and whistles, as you can see from the camera here. Hello again, it's still me. It is just my phone, and I only show things real cakes for real people, no precious lighting and things like that, but really would appreciate some likes and subscriptions. That'd be cool. And any questions, and obviously come into a cake cafe and Stanhope, and you know, I'm going to break this bit up because I want to fill it in the middle. Now done that, and then you just keep going into the middle, and I'm just going to use all of my chocolate up because there's 2 cups of Belgian chocolate here. Obviously it depends on the cake. You may want less chocolate because you might not want as much chocolate on, but no, add more if you like. Right, this is the last one, and my marble is getting really warm now, and I should have put 2 more marbles in, but I didn't. So here's, can you see, that's what I've done for the last bit, and I'm going to let that sit for a minute because I want it to be a little bit firmer. But what I am going to do is show you that you can you could cut it if you wanted to and have 2 pieces. You could use a stamp to stamp out shapes. That would be really good, but I'm not. So I shall show you one of the pieces I've just cut. You see, it's fabulous. And I'm putting that in the center so it stands up. And then the other one in the center as well, so it stands up a little bit more. And then I'm going to wipe my hands and I'm going to show you, take the camera off this stand and hopefully show you what this cake looks like properly. Gosh, I'm so messy. Let's see. All right, so can you see that? How chocolatey is that? Look at the top. Okay, so easy. So what I'm going to do is pop that into the fridge just for a little while, not too long, just so that it really sets up, and then that's going to go out. And actually this is really funny because if you come into our cafe, the regular customers know that we actually don't like cutting this, having the first cut of this, because it just breaks off, and you know, it's great fun for our customers. So please subscribe. Hope you like. See you soon. Bye.